Hello everyone, it's Ozgun here. I hope you are doing well. So today I have 3 different plugins to show you. So the home recordings couple days ago sent me 3 of their plugins and tell me if you like it, you can shoot a video. We'll give those plugins for you free. And I thought I can make a video about them and make a first look kind of video. And also we will give free copy for each of the 3 plugins. So there will be 3 winners. If you wanna get a chance to win that plugins, all you need to do is just comment to the video. I'm gonna make a draw randomly from the comments next week and just give 3 copy to the 3 people. So if you're ready, let's jump to the tutorial. So the first plugin I'm gonna talk about is Compactor. Compactor is a very compact compressor, but it can go very advanced as well. When you first launch the plugin, you see this very, minimalistic, simple window, and there's only one threshold knob. So all you gotta do is just click here, choose the instrument, and then it's gonna adjust most of the settings. And most of the time, if you're aiming to just compress and tame the, the dynamics of the, for example, vocals, you don't need to go to the advanced settings and go with all of the, parameters. You can just tweak the threshold knob and that's all. So the compressor comes with auto gain enabled. That's why there will be no output volume change. The output volume is gonna always be same, and you will only hear what the compressor actually does to the sound. Because most of the time, when I compress my sound, the volume is changing, right? I needed to gain match it in order to understand what the compressor does. And this kind of, you broke the workflow. It slows you down. So I love auto gain function. That's why it's so crucial for me. Let's test it out in the vocal. So I have a vocal like that. I'm gonna play it as a dry now. Found my pain in your love. So it's something like that. I'm gonna activate Compactor and I'm gonna just adjust the threshold. The outer ring in the threshold is gonna show you the loudness of the input signal. So if you just put the threshold below that level, the compressor is gonna compress the signal. Found my pain in your love. I just can't get enough. You make me crave for more. It never feels enough. You see, without the auto gain, we are losing so much power, but with the auto gain, it's gonna compress the sound, and as much as it compresses the sound, it's gonna just make it up. It's gonna add the makeup gain. My pain in your love, I just can't get enough. So it's fastly adjusting the makeup. I really enjoy this plugin. And yeah, as I said, we can try this on the drum bass as well. Let me first maybe play the full loop for you. Drown my pain in your love. I just can't get enough. You make me crave for more. It never feels enough. Okay, let's say this is the drum group. Let me group the 3 of the drum channels. And let's drag drop the compactor to the drum bass. Now I'm gonna choose drum bass preset, and all I need to do is adjust the threshold. I'm not searching for huge amount of gain reduction. I just aiming to put 3 of the different channels, 3 of the different drums into the same dynamic range. So I'm kind of trying to glue them. That's why I never need to push it too much. Maximum 4 dB gain reduction probably gonna be enough for me. As you see, it's perfect, guys. I love it. I love how simple it is. You can choose oversampling in here for better quality, but I'm not gonna touch it for now. And if you wanna go deeper to it, you can click advanced, and we got amazing visual window in here. Now I can tweak the attack, release, you know, the ratio, just regular stuff what a compressor does. But the best thing with it, I think I can show the best thing that I like about the compactor with the kick and bass. Let's jump to that. I think the best thing, this device can sync to the BPM, you know? And for example, if I want to use it as a sidechain compressor, I don't need to think about the attack release to fix it, you know? Especially the release. Because every time I sidechain my bass with a compressor like that, I need to adjust the release so the pumping effect could be smooth, you know? And I don't want my compressors to sidechain it too late or too short, you know, because it could be clash with the kick. If you sidechain with a compressor, you always need to adjust this release setting to make it perfectly fit to the track. So the good thing with Compactor, it has the sync function. It's syncing the project BPM. And for example, if I put this sync to the 116, then 116 means almost like this part is the 16th. So it's just adjusting itself, adjusting the release settings according to my kick, according to my BPM actually. Then it's kind of like sidechaining with a compressor, but it's gonna be so accurate, you know. Let's do that. So in order to use this as a sidechain compressor, you gotta route the kick to here, to the bass channel. Not like this, but like this, as a sidechain input. And then in the compactor, go to the processing, right click and choose the kick in the sidechain section. Now, if you activate the sidechain knob, all you gotta do is adjust the threshold until you are getting the pumping effect. And as you see, the attack is in the auto. If you click here, it's gonna automatically detect when the compressor should attack to the sound. And for the release, this section is deactivated because the sync is activated for 1/16th note. When I get the threshold knob, we will get as much as clean as a kickstart, you know, or just like an LFO tool. But we are doing it with a compressor and it's gonna sound much more organic. And because we have the auto gain function on, we are also making it up and the bass is sounding so much huge, right? So one of the another good things about this plugin, there's the limit knob in here, and this limit knob is determining how much gain reduction maximum can be applied. Like for example, if you put it -60, like there's no limit, it's gonna duck as much as you put the threshold knob. But for example, maybe you want to keep it maximum 10 dB gain reduction, not more. Okay, then just limit it like that and it's gonna fit. And there won't be more gain reduction than the limit that you put to here. This is perfect for sound design, perfect for sidechain. Guys, I love this compressor. So for example, you can put the threshold to the, you know, maximum and then only adjust the limit how much gain reduction you like. Yeah, this is very easy like that to set up the sidechain compression. And let's jump back to the vocals. One more thing, guys. This plugin also capable of adjusting the threshold by itself. You just click detect and you don't even need to do anything. Just put the compressor and don't touch it. Put everything in auto. It's gonna do its job. Even ratio auto, knee auto, everything is in auto. Now it's gonna take a look to the input signal and it's gonna just figure out how much gain reduction it needs, how much compression it needs, and it will just automatically apply that. Pain and your love, I just can't get enough. You make me crave for more, it never feels enough. So the thing is, it's working perfectly in my opinion, but when there's a silence and when it's first starting, it's not adjusting that fast. I think they need to improve that feature, right? Drown my pain
in your love. I just can't get enough. You make me crave for more.
Yeah, for example, currently in the middle of the gap, the threshold knobs goes way down, and when the vocal starts singing again, it takes maybe a second to adjust it back to normal. When there's always signal, I think it was working perfectly in the parameters, but when there's gap, this is the first time I'm trying this feature, by the way, it couldn't adjust it in time. Maybe they should add a, look ahead feature to it, so it can just detect the frequencies, the loudness in advance, then it can figure that faster. So yeah, currently I think the auto detect not working that much in this case at least. But let's try the auto detect feature in the drum bass. Let's see how it's gonna be. I'm gonna put everything to auto because drums are never stopping, it's always playing, so I think it should work. So for me, this is still overkill. It's killed all the dynamic. It's just too aggressive. I never put a compressor to do drum bass this aggressive. So probably auto detect feature not there yet. They should be improved. If this is gonna be this much aggressive, I will put the drive at knob maybe 10 to 15% to just blend the two signals. Yeah, if this is gonna be this much aggressive, I can only use it with as a parallel compressor. So it was like that, guys. I think the sidechain feature and the sync feature is perfect. This simplistic UI is amazing, but this auto threshold feature a little bit needs work in my opinion. But yeah, overall, I will probably use this compressor a lot. Let's jump to the next plugin, guys. The second plugin, it's again from the same company, all of the plugins today we're gonna talk about. The second one is a multiband compressor plugin. So this plugin is, the settings are very similar to the Compactor, but the difference is it's divided to the 3 bands. You can think this one as a Pop Filter Pro MB's kind of plugin. You can adjust the bands, the lows, the mids, the highs from here. For example, I like to put the lows maybe like 150 Hz, so it's gonna affect the sub. I'm putting this on the master channel. You can use it on vocals, individual synths, whatever you like. You can use it to color your masters. And let's adjust the top, maybe like that. I can put it somewhere around here. So you gotta do it with your tracks, by listening to it. Now I'm just making it a little bit faster. And again, like you got the auto gain function. You can have multiband sidechain, by the way, if you like to. For example, you can set this plugin to only affect the low frequencies of your bass and not touch the high frequencies. Yes, you can do this as well with this plugin. But in the master, how are you gonna use it? Probably you can just adjust the threshold as a little bit to get a little bit gain reduction. And I'm activating auto gain again, for example, for the low end. But maybe you don't need to do, maybe you don't want to do that. Maybe you just want to color the whole master, then just don't activate the auto gain, so you can color your mixes. Let's put a span here. Getting a little bit gain reduction on lows. Let's do the same to the mids. So maybe I like to have a little bit more mid frequencies. I can just make up this band. Drown my pain in your love. I just can't get enough. see, we can color our mixes by just using this plugin. And I think maybe we can talk about this harmonic things. I'm not sure what exactly it does. Probably it's adding some harmonics, like a saturation or something. Let's test it out.
Drown my pain.
Yes, it's adding warmth to the frequencies. So let's try that as well.
Drown my pain in your love. I just it never feel.
So I'm gonna avoid it to add the low frequencies, because when you add saturation to the kick and bass, the low frequencies, you are kind of sacrificing a little bit of low end. I think we can put it in the mids, the high frequencies. So this is kind of like an exciter. I was using Ozgun exciter in my masters. I was dividing the frequency band to 4 parts in my masters, and I was always applying some saturation to the high mids and high frequencies. So this is kind of same now. I'm just putting some harmonics, both bands, and it's just making the signal more warm, more rich.
Drown my pain in your love. I just can't get enough. You make me crave for more.
Yeah guys, this is how you use multiband control from the home recordings. And we got one last plugin. Let me load it in here. That was the Low Enhance plugin. So at first, I didn't understand what this plugin does, and I needed to ask them how to use it properly. So they say they will, improve and put more features to it. But currently, this plugin works like just a low-end compressor. And also it can add, upper harmonic frequencies to make your low end more warm, more rich. Again, it has the auto gain feature. So anyway, you gotta use it very subtle, by the way. You don't need to push it too much. But let me demonstrate how it works for you. So there's the 2 modules in here, the dynamics, the harmonics. Dynamics means just the compression. The harmonics means the saturation. Currently put this to the kick bass bus. And now the plugin is deactivated. Let me activate it. Don't have much stuff going on. We can sync the release to the track's tempo, by the way, again. So let's put it 1/8 maybe. When you put the dynamic knob like that, it's gonna just compress the signal, but as much as it compresses, it's gonna auto gain. So the loudness is not gonna change, but you will have more tight and more glued kick and bass relationships in the sub region. I love it, man. It's very subtle, but as you see, it's just cooling the signal very decently. Let's add some harmonics. So you can choose 2 different, modes, overdrive or soft clipping. Both of them is gonna give you different texture, I can say. Let me monitor the low frequencies so we can properly hear it. To be honest, the harmonics, I don't see much difference. But the dynamics, it's just working its job very decently. It's extremely subtle, I can't say that I'm hearing much difference, but dynamics, huge difference. I like it. And the processing range, like you choose the lowest frequency most of the cases. It's come with like the 250 hertz, and I think it's maybe usable in bass guitars or maybe, you know, the mid basses or such as stuff. But if you work it in a kick bass, you probably need to push it all the way to the low. And yeah, we can click this monitor button, so we can only hear the frequency, what the plugin does. Yeah, now I can hear what harmonics it's adding. It's so subtle, that's why we couldn't hear it in the full mix. But when we solo monitor it, we can hear it like that. Like without it, the kick bass is so flat. With it, the character is very nice. The pumping effect is more obvious. So yeah, guys, like the multiband control, for me, I'm not using multiband compression most of the cases, but someone who uses this plugin is very, you know, user-friendly and very straightforward. I like it. I'm not sure how much I'm gonna use it, but if I wanna glue kick and bass, at least in my case, I will go for it because like in less than 1 minute, I can do the jobs done. For Compactor, I like it. Probably I'm not gonna use the auto detect for the threshold feature, but this sync makes it a perfect sidechain compressor. And also I love how the compact mode, you know, sees. I love the workflow. It's just too fast. Just choose the preset you like and then adjust the threshold. You don't need to think about that much. This can be my, you know, on-to-go compressor. So yeah, guys, those are my honest opinions about this 3 plugin. If you want to get a free copy, don't forget to comment to the video. Next week, I'm gonna draw the winners and announce it from the channel. So today that was it, guys. I hope you can apply these tricks to your own productions as well. See you on the next video. Bye bye.